On the newscast at 11 on his retirement, so stick around for that. Let's go to the forecast. Brittany is here. And the futurecast shows rainfall. I guess it just depends on when that will be, right, Brittany?
Yeah, it's going to be tonight for the round number 1, Colin, but as we know, it's going to be a secondary round Friday night and into Saturday. We've had this problem a few times so far during fall, but the rain's there. It's going to try to reach the ground, but with dry air near the ground, it's going to take a while for the ground to saturate enough in order for it to actually reach us. Right now, there is some active rain falling in areas well west of us, but starting to move into parts of Tennessee, where those areas over the next 3 days could accumulate close to an inch of rain, which is not a ton if you're talking summer standards, but would be a lot if you're talking this time of year standards. Across the Piedmont, we're looking at a maximum probably of 1/4 of an inch, but again, we'll kind of take everything we can get. So far, we're close to 2 inches drier than we should be just for November. Of course, those numbers are even higher if you consider fall standards. Now tonight, here's 10 and 11 o'clock. You can see areas of light rain approaching west of 77. As we get closer to midnight, 1 a.m., that'll be over the Charlotte metro. But between 11 and 5, so that 6-hour period, we're most likely to see our light rain then versus during the morning commute. So again, good news because we need rain, and also good news because a lot of this is happening while we're asleep. We're mostly dry for Friday afternoon. I do anticipate some patchy drizzle with some of these clouds lingering. That's around 2 o'clock. And then a secondary round and a stronger round of rain and even a few thunderstorms Friday night and into Saturday. Similar time frame, most of this after midnight, and the best chance for rain and storms will be up in the mountains, but just like clockwork, just like tomorrow, most of us are dry in the afternoon. Similar to tomorrow, I'm leaving in a 20% chance of rain around 2 p.m. for those showers. Saturday, same thing, but some of those could encounter some storms. So pockets of heavy rain and some gusty winds. So the moral of the story here is that Friday morning, Saturday morning, areas of light to moderate rain. Some storm Saturday, and then both afternoons we'll see that very, very low chance of rain between 2 and 4 p.m. By Sunday, everyone is dry, and in fact, everyone is dry and also cooler because this storm system is going to bring us some slightly cooler and drier air. What's interesting is that right now, because we're 10 to 15 degrees above normal, even though we cool off on Sunday, we're still technically above where we should be for November standards. But we are tracking a bigger cool down that is coming in that 7 to 10 day forecast. So here's the next 3 days. Tomorrow we're still in the 70s, but not quite to record values. Saturday we're likely to break a record for the second time this week. But again, even between those 2 days, a 10-degree temperature drop, but we're still above where we should be. That trend will continue through at least the first half of next week, and then you can already start to see some cooler air finally starting to creep in from the north. In fact, right now, Thanksgiving's forecast is expected to be exactly where we should be. Our average is 59. Right now, I'm forecasting 60 for next Thursday. Now, there's been plenty of times in the last few years where we've been close to 70, but also a few times where we've also been close to normal. So again, it's not necessarily abnormal for Thanksgiving to be at, if not slightly warmer than normal. I guess what you don't see is cooler than normal. Here's your Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. So again, our first cool down is here between Saturday and Sunday, but notice the averages still above average. And then a secondary, stronger cool down heading into Thanksgiving, but that puts us where we should be. But as you look at the extended forecast, here's their first preview of the 10-day. Next Checkers home game, next Panthers home game, we're looking a lot cooler, a lot drier with lows in the 30s, highs in the 50s.